Welcome to the Uninstalled podcast, episode 1. I'm here with Dave,
Yo, what's good? It's your boy.
also known as X67 Moon on YouTube. I am your host, Adrian or Ice. Uh, how's life been going for you, sir?
Uh, Horrible, depressing.
Horrible. I can't say we're doing much better over here, brother. Can't say we're doing much better over here, but we're getting by. We're getting by.
Hell yeah.
What have you been keeping yourself busy with this week? I understand you're sexualizing women in Skyrim.
Hell yeah. I don't know if like any of our listeners out there ever played Skyrim, but sometimes all you just got to do is just install busty Argonian mods, bro. Like you can't beat it. You can't beat it.
Now, what is an Argonian? What is that in Skyrim? If I keep wanting to say Minecraft, what is that in Skyrim? If someone doesn't know,
An Argonian is a humanoid lizard person, kind of like the Illuminati. Like if y'all can count it like that,
is it Mark Zuckerberg?
basically. But in the mod I'm using, they got fucking honkers, baby.
The big ass biddies.
On me.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say I've been really more productive than you've been. I've just been wasting my life away on TCG Card Simulator, so that's been doing not really wonders for me, to be honest. I'm kind of getting bored as fuck with the game because it's taking so long to fucking level up, so I can't unlock all the fucking card sets. But yeah, we got a couple god packs. We got a couple god packs. I could probably include some screenshots of the packs. I've been sending them to you, keeping you updated. But um, yeah, I mean, fucking work's been working. I mean, nothing super crazy has happened outside of this one dude decided he's gonna leave for a different job, and some people are pretty happy about it. They're pretty happy about it. He was kind of getting on everyone's nerves, including my own. But best of luck to him. Best of luck to him. We wish him the best. Despite disabilities that he may or may not have. Um, but yeah, just another day. Just another day, another dollar. But yeah, I mean, there's been a lot going on in gaming. I don't know if you just want to hop straight into the news portion of this, but um, you think you're ready to hop into it?
Yeah, we definitely can.
All right, all right, all right. So I got some stuff pulled up here. The first thing I wanted to bring up, I wanted to get your opinion on it, is the recent price hike for Game Pass. What do you know about it so far?
I know that they have increased it by 50%, and everybody is very mad for Game Pass Ultimate because that used to be the GOAT for like game streaming and all that, and now they have just said fuck the player base apparently.
Yes. Have you ever had Game Pass? Have you used it? Because I've never used it, so I don't have any like firsthand like whether like I enjoyed it or not.
I haven't, but I have a family member that strictly plays Xbox, and he is very upset about it.
I mean, rightfully so, to be honest, because the price hike definitely seems a little bit extreme. I got some stuff pulled up here. We'll get into maybe sort of the why it's going up in price, but I also got some community reactions here. Got a couple excerpts from a Kotaku article. Raising prices for its consoles wasn't enough. Xbox is also raising the price of its Xbox Game Pass subscription by a whopping 50%. Along with the hefty price increase, the Ultimate tier is getting a lot of new games and perks, including the Ubisoft Plus catalog and a Fortnite Crew membership that gives you Battle Pass access and in-game currency every month. Now, if you use Fortnite Crew membership, I hate to tell you, but you need to get a grip and grow up. I don't know why that would be a perk that's
In
included in
in
there.
reality, in reality, who uses Fortnite fucking Crew, bro?
Yeah, I, it's not my not my demo. They're definitely going for. I mean, I haven't played Fortnite in God knows how long.
It's
But
got to
even
be at
like,
least like 2 years at this point since we last played, and
yeah,
I don't think that I'm ever gonna put money into Fortnite again. Like if it continues like on the route that it's going, because nothing is topping fucking chapter 2.
yeah. I mean, so, I mean, if
I can't.
I don't know what they're charging for it, but if I'm not at least getting fucking half a sucking fuck, dude, then they're not getting my money. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, oh.
Um,
If I ain't having a bussy Argonian maid slop me the fuck up, bro, I don't want it.
yeah, and then the Ubisoft Plus thing, I haven't gone through their catalog yet to see what they have, but just from paying attention to headlines and my own observation of what they've been doing, there's not been really much that Ubisoft has done that you can really write home about. So I don't know how Ubisoft Plus and Fortnite Crew is a real incentive for me to want to fork over the extra money. Um, so it's just, I mean, I mean, everything's getting more expensive right now in the world. So it's not surprising to really see it go up, but 50% seems a little bit extreme. I think normally we see these streaming services go up maybe a couple dollars at a time. Um, $10 all at once is kind of a lot. You're talking like another $120 a year just dropped on people.
So you have recently uh, bought Game Pass Ultimate because you thought you could play the NHL games. How much did you originally pay for it?
Um, there was an offer. I mean, I saw like a free trial thing available for my PC. That's what I was looking at doing. But there was an offer. I think for it was like 15.99 or something. Is what I saw, which was like a deal. Um, I think regular price it was like 20, and I think that's where the 50% comes from. But even then, like when I was looking through Game Pass, there's just nothing on there that would really suit me. I'm not the kind of person that like hops from game to game to game that much. Like in a month, I might consistently play like 4 games. And for me,
I
it's just
mean,
more worthwhile to own them.
but you also bought it on PC, so like PC Game Pass ain't really
Yeah, I don't.
like
If I'm
too
correct,
crazy.
yeah, if I'm correct, I don't think PC Game Pass is as expensive as regular Game Pass. If I unless
Yeah,
I
yeah.
am wrong on that.
Because for Xbox, you get to play like OG Xbox games, 360, and all that. I've never paid for Game Pass Ultimate on PC, so I don't know if you could play all those via like streaming. But if you can, that's kind of an L like choice for like Game Pass for PC. But like even so, like only getting like a select few of like a like 360 games and then like a handful of like OG Xbox games for what like $40 a month, $50 a month now. Kind
Yeah,
of egregious, if you ask me.
yeah, it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot. And isn't there? I think didn't Microsoft have like a subscription thing where like you could get an Xbox and like pay like per month to get it. So there's probably people that are paying off their Series X and now have to pay $30 additional a month for their Game Pass. Like I don't know, it's kind of crazy. I got a tweet here from Tom Warren. He said there's still no annual subscription for Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. That means it's 360 a year, which is more than the Xbox Series S $300 when it first launched. I got two replies here from Daniel Ahmad on Twitter. He said, when I said I wanted the 360 era back, I didn't mean 360 a year. And then, uh, and then Zeke said, Game Pass is sustainable, my fucking ass. So a lot of people are upset about it, and I can't really blame them. I've kind of been more of a PlayStation person in recent years. And even like PS Now, like I've got it like once and to play like a game that like I played for a couple hours. I just subscription models aren't really my thing, personally. So, uh,
On the on the topic of a PlayStation, I don't know if you know, but they discontinued PlayStation now, like a few years ago.
oh, okay.
I've only I've only bought it once, and that was complete only on accident, and I was actually fucking mad about it because that was like the last like remaining money I had, and he was like, you know what, you're buying fucking PlayStation now. So I played. The only game that I played for it for the entire month was Silent Hill 2, bro, and that was it, bro.
Hmm.
And if I remember correctly, I only paid like 25 bucks for that month, which is already fucking ridiculous if you ask me.
Yeah.
But the fact that like people are out here like paying 30 for Xbox and people are just out here like, oh yeah, like I don't think I want to like do this shit anymore. I don't blame them, bro. I don't blame them.
Yeah. Are you much of a mobile gamer, sir?
I used to be. I definitely used to be. Not as much anymore now, but I would say about 7 6 7 years ago before I even like thought about like getting like a PlayStation.
Mm.
I was definitely more of like a mobile gamer than anything.
What's your opinion on the state of ads in mobile games? Are you someone that's fine with like watching like an ad or two for gold, or like you go
No, I
into a
hate them.
mission? You hate them?
I hate it. I hate it. I feel like the way they set up ads, either it's like an ad after like every level or like an ad after like 2 seconds or like even if it's like a specific like area like on the screen
Yeah.
and like you got fat fingers like me, it like you accidentally press it, it's horrible. It's horrible. I definitely feel like they need to go back to like what it was like back in the day where like really no ads, but I know people make um I know people make mobile games just for like the easy bread,
Yeah, just to literally have something to farm advertisement on.
literally just for like $2 like per ad.
Yeah.
Not even dollars, just like 2 cents like per ad.
Okay. Well, given your take on ads and mobile games, I want to get your take on this. I just wanted to say quickly, if anyone is curious at checking out any of the articles I am bringing up, I'm going to leave them in the description of the podcast on YouTube, so it'll be available if you want to go through and just read over what we're reading as well. Um, this is another Kotaku article. Report: a free version of Xbox game streaming is coming, but with ads. They say, quote, you won't need a Game Pass subscription, but you'll need to watch some pre-roll advertisements. Xbox is reportedly close to announcing a new ad-supported version of its gaming streaming service. Apparently, Microsoft has been internally testing ad-supported cloud streaming with employees, letting them play games without a Game Pass subscription. What are your initial thoughts on the potential of having ads in your AAA titles?
Do you know how fucking mad I would be if I was out here playing COD and I had to wait on some dude to watch an ad, bro? Hell nah.
You open up create a class and all of a sudden BK have it your way.
Hell nah.
Yeah, I can't
That's a
say this is
big
something that I
fuck
would be a
no
fan
from
of.
me.
I am a YouTube premium truther. I am not the guy that would like to watch advertisements. This would not be for me at all. I would avoid this like the plague.
We pay like 18 bucks a month just to have no ads, bro. You got me fucked up thinking I'm finna open up my create a class menu in COD and some dude is just over here throwing the game because he's watching a Wendy's ad, bro.
Yeah.
Imagine you're out here playing League. You're out here playing League and some dude is down mid getting his shit pushed in because he has to watch an ad. Hell nah.
Yeah. Another quote from the article, The Verge further reports that sources with knowledge of the internal testing of the service say these ads are about 2 minutes long, so about like a regular traditional ad break on television, I believe. Um, there is also a limit of 1 hour per session. I think that means 1 hour per of like ads per session, and about 5 hours max a month. Though this might change if and when the service is rolled out to the public, it sounds like this upcoming free ad-supported version of Xbox Cloud Gaming will let folks stream some games you already own, some other select eligible games, and retro titles. It looks like they are planning to test an option in a public beta, um, and that could happen in the months to follow here. So maybe like quarter 4, end of this year into like January, we could expect to see this tested. I think I was reading some stuff saying they're probably going to test it in markets that are a little bit, I mean, I don't know what the term would be, but like countries where economically gaming is a little bit more expensive, and it's harder to game, like Brazil. I've been reading it's been a lot more difficult for people to get games there, just based on how their economy is doing. So we could see this rolled out in countries like Brazil, and then depending on how that test goes, then we could probably see it come over to the States, Canada, the UK. So not a fan, not a fan at all. Um,
Don't don't get me wrong. The thought of not having to pay for like a streaming platform for like gaming, that's
yeah,
kind of cool. But I feel like them doing ads and then on top of that pay them increasing the price for Ultimate by 50% is kind of crazy.
yeah. It looks like to me. I mean, there's some more like stuff in the articles we'll read coming up. To say about why the price increase happened, but just from the outsider perspective, with what we know right now, it seems like the price increase is intentionally trying to draw people over to the platform where they can just be obliterated with ads. Um, I don't know if they're gonna have mid rolls. I don't know how that would even work. I don't know if you could even integrate that. But if it's 2 minutes of pre rolls, like I guess if you're only gonna open one game like every day and you're gonna play that game for 16 hours and theoretically you'll only get hit with 2 minutes of ads. I mean, objectively, it doesn't sound that bad, but I mean, the reality of gaming right now, like I'm closing and opening shit like all the time. I'll open a game, like go to get a bottle of water, sit back down, I'll look at the main menu, and I'll be like, fuck this game, I don't want to play this game, and I'll fucking open something else, you know? Um, yeah, I think the potential for this to get out of hand is um, not worth the risk of supporting something like this. Um, would you like to know a potential reason why the price increase is becoming a thing?
Oh, why?
This is a report, another Kotaku article. Black Ops 6 on Game Pass cost Microsoft 300 million in lost sales. Let's see. Last year's Call of Duty Black Ops 6 was the first entry in the hit multiplayer military shooter to launch day one on Game Pass in what reportedly turned out to be an expensive experiment for Microsoft, according to Bloomberg. Making the game available for free to paid subscribers on console and PC cost the tech giant 300 million in lost sales of the 2024 bestseller. That data point adds some interesting context to Microsoft's controversial decision to hike the price of Game Pass Ultimate by 50% this week. And I put a note in here when I was going through this article. When there was first discussions about Call of Duty being on Game Pass, my opinion on it was that the way they should do this, like it's not with the new games. I don't know, like I don't think COD works on Game Pass necessarily with the new titles. My thinking was you fix the servers and like put in like some anti-cheat for the old games. Like give us like Black Ops 2, MW2, MW3, COD 4, roll those out clean, safe to play onto Game Pass and just earn money off people like reliving nostalgia. I felt like that was the better way to do it with the new games, with how much more expensive it is to make games now. I don't see how this is a good idea to put a game like Black Ops 6 or any Call of Duty game on Game Pass day one. I don't think that really makes much sense.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a Call of Duty purist like you are, but I really feel like them adding the new CODs is just such a fucking L because new Call of Duty sucks. I know you don't feel that way because you were just an absolute meat writer. You fucking slopped that shit like it's nobody's business.
Yes.
But Call of Duty is so bad nowadays. I don't know anybody besides you that buys that shit like day one, bro.
Hey man, I like what I like. What can I say?
You like what you like, but your opinion is objectively wrong.
What's your opinion on Bobby Kotick from when he was the CEO of Activision?
When was he the CEO? Was that like Glory Days or was that like New Days?
Um, I'm not sure when he started, but he was the CEO up until I believe about a year and a half ago.
He could have made some better choices,
Okay.
especially with the malfeasance,
Yes.
I guess you could say.
That's a good way to put it. That's a good way to put it. Yes, there was
there was
some news that
there
came
was
out that we weren't really thrilled to hear that kind of ruined our opinion of Activision for a couple years there.
for you more like a couple of weeks.
Ah, okay, okay.
Because you were still a fucking Activision bitch.
Yeah. Well, in regards to Call of Duty on Game Pass, during the 2023 FTC trial of Microsoft's acquisition of Activision, he is quoted as saying that, let's see here, I have a general aversion to the idea of multi-game subscription services. Maybe part of it is being in Los Angeles and having large big media companies move their content to these subscription streaming services, and business results have suffered. So it seems like if he was in charge, this we wouldn't have seen um, at least these bigger, newer titles be put onto streaming services. Like I said, I think retro is the angle to take with a lot of these streaming services. If you can provide in volume a lot of games that people want to play, I think nostalgia's like been a big thing for probably all of the 20 teens into the 2020s. Um, there's a lot of people trying to relive their glory days. A lot of people that maybe are experiencing midlife crises in their 20s and feel like they don't want to grow up yet. I know I'm definitely one of them. Um, yeah. And maybe they want to, be like me and play Force Unleashed for the fucking millionth time, and I don't think there's anything wrong with, sticking to retro as a niche for this. I think it's probably easier to sustain, especially when you think about the companies that Microsoft owns. I think the advantage to game streaming over like TV show or movie streaming like a Netflix or a Hulu, I think it's that the Microsoft isn't going to lose the rights to a game that was developed by a studio they own. They're not going to lose the rights for that. They're not going to worry about being outbid by HBO and losing Friends or like what have you, like name a show, name a movie. Um, so I think the money lost in acquiring the rights for like a set term for something during other streaming services, I think it would be much wiser decision to stick with retro. But I don't know what's your take on how they've been operating Game Pass.
I enjoy the thought of like playing like new games day one.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm a big fan of like the Stalker series and like single player games like in general. So I can understand like them like releasing like Stalker 2 day one um what was that new shit, like fucking South at Midnight or whatever the fuck it was,
Hmm.
like all that, like day one, I think is like really cool for like single player games. I don't think like Game Pass and all that really fits like the multiplayer aspect of like a lot of games. I can understand like Minecraft being on Game Pass because it's single player, but yes, it's also multiplayer.
Hmm.
But the multiplayer doesn't really make that much of like a difference of like gameplay. Since I recently bought it, I can't like tell you that. But like games like League, Call of Duty, um, Battlefield 6, even like if that's like gonna be out here like day one, like Game Pass, I don't really think competitive multiplayer games fits in that like not criteria, but you know what I mean. It like Game Pass
Yeah,
shouldn't really be meant for multiplayer games.
yeah. I think single player is definitely the way to go with that. Especially, I mean, times have changed. Like we're not in the days of map packs anymore. We're in the days of microtransactions, and a lot of these games live or die on bundles being bought. And I mean, let's face it, this last year with Call of Duty, I think a lot of frustration has kind of boiled over, and it turned into obviously Activision's decision to, or I suppose maybe not Activision. Maybe this is more of a Treyarch thing. But I mean, same shit, different toilet. At the end of the day, it's their game. Their decision to get rid of most parts of carry forward, so we're not going to see like Nicki Minaj or any of these skins in the game, and we have a little bit of that to talk about towards the end of the news segment of the show here. But I think because of a lot of that frustration, we probably, I mean, I could look at the numbers, but I'm sure we saw a decline in bundles being bought, and the hit they took on sales for Game Pass. I mean, if they were testing it out, I mean, we're talking about Microsoft. I'm pretty sure they're like a fucking $3 trillion company. They
Jesus fucking Christ.
they could probably wake up and not realize that they lost $300 million. Um, but I think there was probably a part of them that was counting on getting that money back in microtransactions. And I just don't think that this year was the year to make that bet. Um, Unfortunately for them, but this quote from the article here: the move cost the company 300 million in lost sales. Microsoft would have needed around 15 million players to subscribe to Game Pass Ultimate for 1 month to make that up, or just 1.25 million over the course of an entire year. Um, I think the majority of the life cycle of COD, I think we're seeing probably closer to like 30,000 people playing every day. COD, like it's really popular. I don't think you're gonna get those numbers from Call of Duty.
No, I feel like Call of Duty is probably like the biggest reason why people like buy Game Pass now, especially for like the newer titles. But excluding Call of Duty, like how many people do you think are just like casually playing like random like Game Pass titles? There's
Not many.
probably not, yeah, maybe at least 10, 20,000 people like around the world just casually playing the fucking Fallout 3 up on
Mm,
fucking Game Pass or some shit. The majority of people are playing day one titles with like Call of Duty and Battlefield. Call of Duty's the big reason Microsoft is really making any money right now, and that's very disappointing to say because how bad like Call of Duty has gotten over the years.
yeah, it's. I mean, Activision. I think Activision doesn't. Activision also have a league, so it has some other cash cows. Um,
Yeah, Activision owns like Blizzard, so that's like
yeah.
WoW,
Um,
Diablo, all that.
Yeah, and so they definitely have some cash cows, but I mean, I don't know how League's doing. I don't know, like, really how you acquire League. I don't know if that makes sense, but I know with World of Warcraft, obviously
Battle.net.
there's the subscription. Um, and I know people, I mean, you said the subscription was kind of whack. I've heard,
I
just
mean,
in
I didn't
general.
say it was whack because I will happily pay like $15 a month for like a good like MMO like subscription, but like
Mhm.
I'm just not a fan of WoW, bro. And I
Yeah,
hate to
I
say
mean,
it because I used to really enjoy it.
yeah, the subscription and then having to like
And
buy
then
the
like
expansions. I mean, you're a Destiny 2 dick rider. I mean, if Destiny 2 with you having to pay for the expansions, if that also had a subscription, would that ruin Destiny for you? Do you think?
Destiny's already fucking ruined with needing to buy every expansion, bro.
Well,
Like,
I'm saying that in addition to a monthly subscription like WoW, do you think that would just kill
e-
Destiny?
uh, I think that would kill Destiny for a lot of players, yes, but there is like some like
Diehards.
big D, yeah, there's some big like D2 meat riders out there that will happily fucking fork over $15 for some fucking slop, bro.
Yeah, and I mean, I think a lot of where we see, I mean, kind of like what you were saying. I got a burp. One second. I think a lot of where we see like people just not really playing random games, like they're not gonna go through and just like do popcorn selection games, and pick random games. I think it's because the difference between like what I do, like I'll take like chances. I mean, literally a week ago, I was on Amazon Prime Video and I watched like four different horror movies, just clicking on random ones, like this looks good, this looks good, I'll give it a shot. And I think it's because at the end of the day, if you watch an entire movie before you realize you don't like it, you're wasting probably like an hour and a half of your time. Um, with a game, I feel like I would need to play more than an hour and a half to really be like, what the fuck is this? On top of, I think in movies or TV shows, I think you realize a lot sooner than that you don't like it. I mean, halfway through some of the movies, I was like, this is horse shit. This is terrible. I'm gonna fucking watch something else. Um, Whereas with a game, I mean, I think people are just more apt to give it a chance and be like, oh, well, this is just the kind of the tutorial segment. I'm just kind of getting my feet set, before they really get into the meat and potatoes of the game. And they're like, this is dog shit. Um, but I think where the money is to be made in retro gaming is like the nostalgia, games that people are going to go back to and play no matter what. Like I'm a whore for Force Unleashed. I own it on like almost every single platform. Um,
I think the only thing you don't own it on is the goddamn Yuya, bro.
basically, basically. And I mean they kind of count on people like that. And now with the direction gaming is going and the way just physical media is going in general. I don't know if you heard. I found this out through work because we do something tangentially related to the industry, but um, I believe they're not making any more Blu-ray discs like at all. They have what's in circulation that like is like I don't know what you would say like non-printed discs, but they're not making any more. So I think the direction we're heading into is going to be a lot more digital focused. I think there needs to be a big push made to get back into physical media before you can no longer watch The Office on Blu-ray. Like if copies are getting damaged or thrown out that people own and then the circulation of them goes down, we could definitely see it in a certain amount of time. Like the only way you can watch fucking um BBL Drizzy the fucking Reckoning 2 um could be through a streaming service. And I think that's, a very it's a timeline that I wouldn't want to live in. Companies having that amount of control over what I can and cannot watch isn't really something I'm super open to. Um, and the fact that they're not making any more discs just means that unless we're moving to a different disc format, and that's what they're gearing up for. I haven't heard anything about that. Um, but it could mean that maybe. down the line, Sony is going to make a big push to get a subscription service out there to compete with XCloud. Um, but I mean, this here from this same article we've been talking about, the sales of 2024's Black Ops 6 were 23% higher than Modern Warfare 3 sales over the same period, but 82% of those sales were on PlayStation compared to Xbox and PC. So they're getting blown the fuck out by PlayStation. I think PlayStation can afford to continue doing what it's doing, whereas I think Xbox is kind of being forced to pivot. And I think that's kind of what we're seeing. Um, some comments from Twitter replying to the article. Lucky Druid says, well, they can start optimizing their dev teams and lowering cost of production, stop hiring actors for Call of Duty promos, and stop paying influencers to appear in the game, go back to basics, trim the fat, and make games people want to play. KYS Balian says, amazing how Xbox people defended this shit so hard when the writing was on the wall for anyone rubbing two brain cells together. And you couldn't tell fans any difference until they are finally faced with the blatant reality right now. It isn't sustainable as much as they save face. Yeah. It's definitely not going to be a fun time if xCloud gets its footing. I would like to see um, it not be received well to the point where Xbox changes their stance on it. But I mean, how do you feel about potentially not being able to have physical media anymore?
A guy that really enjoys like to collect older video games from like my childhood and all that.
Mm,
Like I really am upset to see that like we're not gonna have any more like really cool like fucking box art or like anything like that. Because like there is like some games that like I would like to collect like the steel books for from like some like the like most recent games.
yeah,
But seeing that like we're not gonna be able to have any of that in like the next like 5 to 10 years is actually really upsetting
yeah. Because I mean, we're also living
because
in the time
that
where these game discs we're getting, they don't even have the full game on them, and you need an internet connection to even play the game.
that too that is also like a really big reason why I don't really buy like physical media anymore is because back on like the PS3 or like the Xbox 360 or whatever, buy the game from GameStop, right? Because that's where we'd
Mm,
get all of our shit. Buy our shit from GameStop. We'd go over or we'd hop in the car, we'd open that bitch up, we'd look through the fucking pamphlet that
yes,
came in
dude.
that shit, right? We would look at the fucking back of the box, read that shit like it was the goddamn Bible on the way home. We would pop that bitch in the console and one download for like fucking like 6 gigs, bro. Like even like if I remember correctly, like even like MW2 back in the day, it was like fucking like 12 gigs, bro. It was not shit worth
Mm.
for space. Download once, bro. You're playing goddamn Spec Ops with your homie split screen getting fucked up by the Juggernaut on like the third mission. And
Yeah.
now you go home, like say you buy it from like GameStop, like physical media.
Mm.
You hop in the car. You can't even look at like the pamphlet because they don't even fucking come with them bitches anymore.
Yeah.
You can't even look at the back of the box because you're fucking driving
Because
because
you're
we
in it
got
now.
old
Yeah.
because we're an adult. We go home, we pop that bitch in the console, 400 gigabytes for a single update, and then you gotta do like another like 200 to install like the full game, and you're just over here like, I can have like fucking 6 goon sessions by the time this bitch gets done, and I gotta install more shit, bro. Because even with like Call of Duty, even if you get the multiplayer installed, you got to do campaign, which is like 3 packs for some reason.
Yeah.
Because you got multiplayer, or you got fucking campaign A and B for some reason that are 47 gigs each. You got Warzone, which is another like 40 million gigs. And then you got like multiplayer like A, B, C, and then you got like like the third mode like zombies, like fucking Spec Ops or whatever it is nowadays.
Yeah.
It's such a big game to just have to install individual packs, and it sucks.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy you brought up the like reading the fucking pamphlet because I distinctly remember getting games for Christmas or getting games from the store, and on the way home like looking through the manual, looking at the controls, like okay, how do I play this game, and reading all the different info about it. Um, yeah, it's crazy that we've gotten to this point. It's definitely kind of genuinely made me want to pivot back to physical media. Um, like for movies and TV especially, like I'm definitely gonna start just buying movies physically rather than like renting them from like Prime or things like that. Um, yeah, I mean I said it before. I'm not a fan of companies controlling what I can and cannot watch. Um, you know, for gaming, what you can and cannot play. Like if I could only
because
play The Force Unleashed through a subscription, I mean that would fucking suck.
because you know, like I'm a big like anime guy, right?
Yeah.
Recently, I just watched Neon Genesis for the first time. Fantastic, right?
Yeah.
So, couple months back, I finished Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I thought that was fantastic because it was like really like it was faithful to like the manga, right?
Hmm.
But there's also like a 2003 version which you can't even fucking watch anymore. You can't
Damn.
watch it on Crunchyroll, you can't watch it on Netflix. And apparently that one's like more like character driven for like fucking Ed and Al and like all that. Like it's more like character driven. It's a lot more dark, bro. It's not like as faithful to like the fucking manga because like that's whenever like the manga and like the anime were like kind of coming out at like the same time.
Yeah, so they were making up
So
some stuff as they went along, and yeah.
yeah. So instead of like filler episodes by the time that like the manga ended, the ending of like the anime was like so different. I wanted to experience that. I can't anymore because fucking Netflix, Crunchyroll, all that have been like, fuck it, bro. Can't watch this shit anymore. And like I'm like a big like I'm kind of like a big like anime guy. I really enjoy to like watch like older stuff. Like recently, I fucking started Cowboy Bebop for like the 97th time, bro. I can't get over that shit because that shit's fire, bro. But the fact that I can't watch an older version of Full Metal, which I really want to, which I might actually fucking pirate that shit low key up on like 9 anime or whatever the fuck.
In game,
Hell nah.
in Roblox.
I don't even know if like I don't even know if like 9 anime is like a real website. I'm finna Google it real quick. But like the fact that like I can't watch it because streaming services have dictated what I can and cannot watch, and I'm very upset about it. I'm very upset about it.
Yeah, I mean, the idea of shifting back over to
Nine
physical
anime
media.
is real, by the way. That is fucking. I'm cooked.
uh, you may want to add an allegedly to that.
Allegedly, I will pirate Full Metal 2003. I got y'all.
Um, but yeah, the idea of switching back to physical, is very appealing. A reality is physical media has gotten significantly more expensive, and it's made it, you know, to certain people a less, you know, attractive option. Um, like obviously, I don't want to call you out, but you are a broke bitch. Um,
I am. I am.
how
I I
many?
I really am.
Um, Obviously, you started using CD keys, which I think just switched to like Loaded. I think they rebranded to Loaded.
Yep. Yep.
Um, Outside of CD keys, because you just started using that, typically, how many AAA titles would you typically buy in the year the game releases? Like not necessarily like day one, but in the year they release, where they're still full price or the sales aren't as lucrative.
Depending on what I like, uh, I don't know if like Baldur's Gate 3 is AAA. I don't know if like Larian Studios is like counted as like AAA
I'd consider
or
it like a
like
AAA quality release. I don't exactly know what the criteria
yeah.
is, but
So Cyberpunk and Baldur's Gate 3, I bought basically within like the first year of like release.
mhm.
Um, s- uh, Basically I did like 2042 as well,
Okay. So you think
but those came out all in like different years. But like I would probably say at least 1 to 2 like
1 to
AAA like
2?
studio like the year that it comes out.
Okay. I think typically I'm the same way. Normally, what it's been for me in the past, before I switched to PC and like I don't have a new Xbox or a new PlayStation, so I can't play some of the sports games that I was playing before. But I've shifted to other ones now just to kind of get the same kind of fucking I don't know the fucking the the gabagoo, the same fucking like feeling out of it, the same kick. Um, for me, it was always COD day one and NHL day one. I'm a hockey guy. I'd always get the NHL games. Um, and typically for me, it was really just those two every year. Um, and I find that interesting because I do have an article here. Um, just in regards to everything that's going on with XCloud and the potential for that. Um, from Kotaku. A new report finds most people barely buy 2 games a year. Um, I got some excerpts here. Over 18,000 separate store listings were added to Steam in 2024 alone. Our list of notable October releases hit 55, and there were dozens more games we could have included. It's a good thing that the market is so flooded. The average gamer is also buying tons of games. Oh, wait, they aren't. A new survey by Circana finds the majority of players in the U.S. buy just 2 games or fewer a year. That data point was shared last week via Gamer Discover Co. by the firm's head of gaming research, Matt Piscatella. The group's upcoming future games report for the last quarter asked respondents how often they purchase new games, and a third of them said they don't even buy 1 game a year. Only 4% purchase more than 1 game a month. While most players barely buy any games at all, a small fraction of them spend a ton. Hyper enthusiast, price insensitive players are really keeping things going, especially in the non-free to play gaming space, he wrote. We can imagine this as the group who's going to buy every game on their most anticipated list, no matter what. In fact, they may even buy the deluxe edition. How does it make you feel to know that you're not in the minority there, and there are a significant amount of people that aren't buying a lot of games? They can't buy a lot of games.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It makes me feel like really good that I'm not out here like fucking absolutely splurging and buying like 40 million games like a day, right?
Mm,
But it kind of also does make me sad that like people are out here like spending like that much money whenever there's like a lot more stuff that like we need like as a fucking society, especially like right now,
Yeah,
like we need rent fucking paid, bro. And here
literally.
you are buying Cyberpunk 4 times over, bro.
Mm.
Like I just don't understand it.
Yeah, I mean, it does put in perspective the value of whales in games, because obviously, I mean, I think people who've played mobile games, like fucking, I think everyone's played like Raid Shadow Legends and seen that dude that's got like fucking absolutely maxed out, top of the line, fucking decked, bro. This dude, like, all he does is play Raid Shadow Legends. And I think
Because
it shows.
I feel like people that play like mobile games and like gotcha games like Triple Z, like Zenless Zone Zero.
Mhm.
Um, what was that other like anime game that I was playing like a while back on like P4
Genshin.
whenever it came out during like yeah, Genshin. Like people that play games like that and like mobile like players or like people that play Valorant or League, those are like the majority of people that just pile all their fucking money into one game and just is like, this is my life now.
Yeah, because I think generally player bases kind of view whales negatively, like my example about like Raid. But I guess this kind of puts in perspective how valuable they are for game studios. But to me, something I take away is like, how is it possible that there's so much to buy in these games that these people are keeping these studios afloat? Like, how is that even possible? Like, how much? Like, I'd love to see someone tally up like all the bundles in like some of these newer Call of Duty games and put out like how much it would cost to buy everything. Because there's people that are probably doing that, that are probably spending like $10,000 a year on every Call of Duty, and that blows my mind that that's even possible. Like, I don't know how it gets to a point with monetization where you can spend that much money.
Like that's how you know, like you just got like you got a little bit too much income, bro.
Yeah,
Toss me like a bando real quick if you out here
yeah.
spending like 10 racks
Well,
and
fucking
like the
whatever.
year Call of Duty's out.
Yeah, whenever you get a bundle, donate like a fucking can of beans to your fucking local food shelter, dog. Like, spread the love a little bit. Um, but yeah, I mean, the gaming space has been so crazy. I do think we kind of get divided into um release windows where, you know, what, GTA 6 is going to come out in 2026. I think everyone knows the month that game comes out what game they're getting, and it's going to be just that game. Maybe not just because they only have the money for it, but sometimes, an entire month is just not an option to release a game, because when that game comes out, people are only going to play that game. And developers will avoid it like the plague. I mean, even this year we saw a lot of studios that didn't even announce their games were going to be coming out in Q3 or Q4 until Rockstar put out that GTA 6 was going to be delayed, and then a bunch of games started announcing that they were going to be released. So I think it's easy to kind of get into one game per quarter of the year. Um, but you just how expensive things are, the state of the economy. I mean, it's easy to see how there's people like us everywhere that are really just, they got two games they play a year, and then outside of that, if there's some good sales, maybe they pick up like if you're a PC gamer, they pick up a Schedule 1, they pick up a Content Warning, they pick up a Lethal Company, the things that we've seen kind of blow up over the past couple of years. Um, but on console, I can't imagine what it would be like to be a console gamer right now, where you don't have the option to get those games until they get ported, if they get ported to console. Um, just being stuck playing those big releases. I think we were fortunate enough during COVID where we had some games that we hold in high regard. Going back to Cuisine Royale.
Absolute bangers. Absolute banger of a game,
Oh,
bro.
dude, the days of lockdown playing Cuisine with the homie. Having a free game like that. Um, I think I don't think either of us put money into it. I might have put like $5 when I was working at
No.
Kohl's or something. Um,
I know I did not put any money into that.
yeah, I mean, And I mean, unfortunately, it kind of seems like no one was putting money into the game with the state it's in right now. And that's unfortunate. That's not me taking a dig at the game. If ever so happened a developer of Cuisine Royale saw this, bro, you made a fucking fantastic game. That shit damn near made me survive getting COVID, dog. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm just glancing over some other stuff in this article, and it seems like what they're saying. A lot of people, um, like me, in a similar boat, they get that one sports game and then that one like pick, take your pick game. Um, and that really seems to be it. So it's, it's unfortunate that people can't get all access to all these experiences that they probably want to play. Like, you know, being priced out of anything sucks. Like being priced out of fucking Six Flags if you really love roller coasters is probably gotta fucking suck. Um, but it's kind of the direction we're going in. There's a couple uh, tweets here just replying to this article again. Slave Snyder on Twitter said, "This is no success story, but an alarm bell. We have to work out how to convince those. Oh God, what the fuck is this? Unsolidarity-ish, greedy and stingy under earners to financially give back some love and support the economy. We need a trickle up effect." I don't know about that, to be honest. I don't know about that take. Um, Maybe I'm just not understanding it with my fucking sixth grade education or whatever. But um, yeah, I think it's interesting. It's interesting where we're going. But I do know where we are going, sir. We are going into the time of year where the biggest shooters of the year come out. And we're talking Battlefield 6. Wait, it is Battlefield 6, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I said Black Ops 6 a couple times during the show, just talking about that game, and I got confused. Battlefield 6 and Black Ops 7. We gotta figure out some different names to call these things. We can't keep adding these fucking numbers. Like call it like Battlefield fucking like Dick and Balls or some shit. Stick and Cup. Um, there's been some interesting things going on with the Black Ops 6 beta I wanted to talk about. Um, I mean, we watched Burnt Peanut, awesome. The dude's fucking great. He was on, I forget the name of the podcast, but he was on a podcast with Optic Hitch. It was great. Love that. And he streamed this game as a part of an ad, hashtag ad, um, during their beta. Are you familiar with Arc Raiders?
Yeah, I kind of want to get into it strictly because of Peanut.
It did look pretty fun. I wanted to get your take on this. Some players, I have a video here that I could probably put on screen from Reddit. Red Roses 711 uploaded this to Reddit. It appears, Dave, that in the Black Ops 7 beta, they censored Arc Raiders in text chat. If you typed Arc
No
Raiders
fucking
in the
shot.
text chat, it would pop up as all asterisks, like it was censored.
Call of Duty has lost the fucking plot, bro.
Yeah, and I will say they did release a patch, I believe, in the last couple of days that fixed that, so you can type Arc Raiders. I don't know if it was just an oversight on their part, but it's not a good look.
No,
It's not a good look.
that was strictly intentional. That was not a bug. That was strictly intentional. I guarantee it.
Yeah, and it also seems, Dave, that Call of Duty's been doing a lot of things that are intentional. I don't know how familiar you are with this because you didn't play COD like too much for whenever they released hot fixes or patches during the day. And it
Yeah,
looks
yeah,
like the developers have gotten tired of people using it as a meme. Update requires restart, so they changed it to daily update available. So you will no longer get the update requires restart message pop up. But something else intentional they're doing, just as a sidebar quickly, Battlefield released the release times globally for Battlefield 6. It's looking like, obviously, Friday, October the 10th, it's looking like 8 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Central, and 11 a.m. Eastern for North America. If you live in the UK, I don't know the times because your times are weird. Um, fuck GMT. But something else that Call of Duty did that was intentional. They extended the open beta by 24 hours to end the day before the release of Battlefield 6. And they also are releasing a 1 week free trial of Black Ops 6 through the release week of Battlefield 6. So
They're,
it's,
they're doing they're doing everything in their power to have people play Call of Duty and not Battlefield.
yeah,
It's getting kind of ridiculous.
it's getting to be a little bit much for sure. It's getting to be a little bit much. And I think there's, maybe someone like me who's like an Activision dick writer because of Call of Duty. Maybe someone like me could overlook that Arc Raiders thing as just, being an oversight, or maybe like just, a glitch. But when you combine it with things like extending the beta and putting out a free trial, which I mean clearly is just because of how similar the games are. I mean, the free trial of Black Ops 6 may as well be like a week longer beta for Black Ops 7. Um, if you get down to the fucking brass tacks, but it's too much happening all at once. Where I just I can't remember a time where Call of Duty looked this desperate. Like they're scrambling. It's like they're desperately trying to do everything they can to sabotage the release of Battlefield 6 and win more people over back to Black Ops 7. Like I've never seen them act this desperate before.
I
It's
feel like they're only acting like this mostly because they know that Battlefield is finna fucking blow them out of the water with their player base.
yeah. I mean, I was looking at some stuff on Steam DB, just like some Steam chart stuff. Twitch stats for Battlefield. Its all time peak during kind of the build up to the release. I think this goes back to that um, Battlefield event where they had all their creators come out. They peaked at 865,000 viewers across all of Twitch. Whereas for COD, what is it, COD Next, just a couple days ago, peaked at 377,000. So they didn't even reach half of what DICE was able to pull off with Battlefield. And then Battlefield 6 is sitting in number one top sellers and number three in top wish lists, whereas Call of Duty is in 59th place in sellers and 193rd place in wish list. The wish list part, I wouldn't necessarily read too much into because like there could be people like me who are just aware that the game is coming out and I know I'm gonna get it, but I haven't wish listed it because normally if I wish list it, I'm just trying not to forget about it. Um,
I'm not gonna lie. What I do is like I'll be scrolling through like TikTok, Instagram, all that,
yeah.
and like somebody be like, oh, like there's this new game coming out. It's called this. I'll explain it. It looks fine. I'll
Mm-hmm.
go over to Steam. I'll wish list it, and I'll just completely forget about it until it drops.
Yeah, literally. Or it's like, oh, thing in your this game in your fucking wish list is on sale.
And I feel like a lot of people are like me whenever it comes to that. Because let's go over to Steam real quick. I currently have 163 things wish listed that I know I'm not gonna buy for a while.
Yeah.
Like I have Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, I have Silent Hill 2 Remake, Metaphor Refantasio. I'm not gonna buy any of these for a while, but they're just in there in case of a fucking like good deal happen. I'm like, I can buy this shit for like $20, bro. Like, let's cop this shit. And I feel like a lot of people are like that whenever it comes to Steam. They just put shit into their wish list. They either know they're gonna buy or they're gonna buy eventually.
Yeah. I mean, that's a credit to Steam. That's an advantage that Steam has over other things. I can't remember. I mean, PlayStation doesn't have a wish list. I remember so many times being like, I don't know what fucking game I was gonna buy, but I guess I'm not buying it now because I can't even fucking remember. Um, but yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see when it's all said and done. Once that first month is over, what the numbers are looking like. Obviously, after Battlefield comes out, we have some time, before that to get to Call of Duty. It'll be interesting to see how much of the discourse, does or does not become people being tired of Battlefield because Battlefield doesn't. It has a longer life cycle, so it doesn't have nearly as like as many. It doesn't have as high of an update frequency as a game like Call of Duty that's really trying to cram content into a shorter window. So it'll be interesting to see if by the release of Black Ops 7, there's people that are like, I kind of miss Call of Duty. I'm going to go back to it. But, to touch on that as well, there was, I don't have any excerpts from the article, but Kotaku put something out today. They, I don't know if it was them or someone else. I didn't read this article, admittedly. But actually, I did skim through it. I can't remember who did it, but someone pulled some data, and it seems like half of people planning to buy Battlefield 6 reportedly are also planning on getting Black Ops 7, and I believe the other way it's like 26% of Black Ops 7 buyers are gonna buy Battlefield 6. But I mean, how much of this is to do with the quality of these two games and how much of it is to do that I feel like it's kind of always been like that. I don't know what your opinion on it is, but I feel like the two fan bases have always kind of bled into each other.
I mean, to be honest, like what I've always thought is that um Battlefield and Call of Duty, I feel like the player bases are like really divided. But like there is like some people like you and me that buy both games. They play both. They play both. They're like, oh, like this is fun and this is fun. But
Mm,
but they just like switch between the two, and they're kind of the same, right?
yeah,
But I've always felt like Call of Duty players primarily stick to what they like. They play MP. They're not really much of like a ground war like style like type of like players.
yeah,
And then like um Battlefield, they kind of just stick to Battlefield because they like the open maps, they like to snipe, they like to do all of that. Like they kind of like the realistic physics of Battlefield, and they don't really mix together, like they don't really switch between the two unless they're just kind of like you and me and they're like we're getting both.
yeah. Um, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of carryover in certain niches, different genres. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of carryover with sports games where, the people that get NHL are different from the people that get 2K or NFL. But I mean, I think there's fans of, there's a lot of people that are fans of multiple sports, and I think that, in itself is similar where it's all sports, just like these are both shooters, but, they're different in their own ways. So, um, this is something from Tomographic. I just wanted to read off. It's Tomographic on Twitter. This is from some beta results. This is the development team of Battlefield 6 just putting some stuff out there to the players. This says, lastly, another key insight from the open beta was that the vast majority of players, after trying both playlist types, choose to stick with open weapons. This reinforces our belief that open weapons is the right path forward for Battlefield 6. At the same time, we recognize that some players prefer the closed weapons experience. To support them, official closed weapons playlists will be available at launch. If I'm not mistaken, open and closed refers to weapons being locked behind classes, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Um, I think this is a good move by them. I think, you should acknowledge that the data is there to support something, but give people the option to play the experience they want. I think this is maybe something that Call of Duty didn't do when they introduced skill-based matchmaking. And I think the playlist they tested out in the beta with reduced skill base should be something that they bring into the main game. If you don't want to get rid of it because the data is telling you that one thing is more successful, I don't think because of that you should shut out an entire part of your audience that maybe doesn't want to play that way. So if they're gonna have it at launch, I think this is perfect.
So, uh, how do you feel about it? Like, do you think like their like main like their main mode should be like open, or like do you think their main mode like should be like closed weapons?
Um, Honestly, I kind of like open. Closed is really nice. I like the idea of, you know, kind of like the role play aspect of it, if you want to call it that. Not that I'm sitting there like tango right, like man down, like all that kind of shit. Because you're
You
not always
never
gonna.
played you never played Battlefield 4, right?
No, I own it. I've played the campaign, but I didn't play it online.
Okay, so Battlefield, like the older ones, not like 5, not 1. Um, I think 1 and 5 also had closed.
Yeah, one was closed.
Yeah. Um, I personally feel like the main mode should be closed because I feel like a lot of players um really enjoy 4, 3, Bad Company, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Those all had closed weapon systems. I feel like people want to relive that. So I feel like their main mode should be closed weapons and then have like the playlist for the open. I don't think their main one or their main mode should be open because that's just going to be too much like 2042.
Yeah, I
And
mean, I think
2042 was kind of buns.
yeah, kind
Even
of
though I have
teetering on
like
the
fucking
edge.
400 hours into that bitch.
Yeah, but I mean, I that's why I think having the playlist there is nice because then this subsect of group can play with people that are like-minded and want the same experience they're going for. I will say I prefer the idea of closed more, just because like I was saying, the kind of role playing, like you're playing your role, it kind of appeals to me more. But just over the years, I do know that there have been a lot of people for lack of a better term, bitching and moaning online about, there's no medics. Where are the medics? We need medics. Like the medics aren't healing, and I think it's because people, if I'm not mistaken, like certain roles just fill up. So there's probably people playing medic that don't want to. And I think this leaves it more open to the people that just want to play medic because they want to pick people up and they want to heal. They want to be the best medic in the game. Can now also use their favorite gun, whereas maybe before they were like, you know what, I'm just gonna go fucking infantry or I'm gonna go whatever because I want to use this particular gun. Um,
No, 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 no. So you're mistaken on that. Anybody can do any role they want.
oh, okay. So I was probably thinking
There
more like Hell
isn't
Let
like a
Loose then.
yeah, yeah. There isn't like a set amount of play, or there isn't like a set amount of slots open for like each class. So like if you got like a whole lobby together, you could all go infantry, you could all go medic,
Oh, okay.
support, all that, right? It's just that a lot of people that choose the medic class, they're like it's mainly abilities, bro. So
Mm.
like people like the medic abilities, but they're not using the medic abilities to be like the medic they're supposed to be.
So
They're
they're
just out
playing
here
it like
using
a lifeline, putting their drone down, keeping themselves alive, but they're not like
yes.
okay.
So they're out here using like the open system. They're using LMGs, just fucking gunning it, bro. They're out here not being they're not playing support how they should. They're out here playing like infantry, and that's why I feel like closed should be how Battlefield plays.
Yeah, yeah, no,
That's
I get that.
why that's I feel like that's why Hell Let Loose goes as good as it does because there's a select amount of like what you can and cannot use in a squad. So you can be like captain, like there's like the one person like captain, right? And then you have like the 2 infantry, like 1 sniper, 2 medics or whatever the fuck it is, right?
Yeah,
I feel like that's why it does. I feel like that's why Hell Let Loose goes is so good as it does, is because you have like the limitations on what you can and cannot use.
yeah. I mean, the closed experience, I think, um, if it got down to it, I think it's what I would like more. Um, but you know, as a Call of Duty player, I think maybe where they're coming from with the open, and including that is, I don't want to say that Battlefield is trying to kill COD. They've been called the COD killer, but I'm not going to put that out there. But I'm sure they'd love to be the only shooter on the market. And I think just the way Call of Duty works, it's created a lot of gamers that like playing with their gun. They like playing with their class, and if you force them to not use the gun that they want to use, I think they'd rather not play. And I think keeping it open is probably their way to try to get some COD people in by allowing them to like have their sweat class. Not that I think Battlefield, as a community, wants people being like, uh, after patch 16, this is the new best class for the fucking XM7. Like, I don't think
There's
the Battlefield
still
community wants
people
that.
like that in Battlefield, and it
Oh, okay.
sucks.
Yeah, because that
But a
whole
lot
like
of the
best class
time,
thing is just
Battlefield,
yeah.
because a lot of the time, Battlefield is also just whatever you like, because there's just a whole lot of different attachments for like each gun.
Yeah.
But mostly in like For Bad Company, it was just like the attachments that you liked. There wasn't really much of like a drawback to using AK-50 with the goddamn 80 round drummy, bro.
Yeah, which while we're talking about the AK-50, I don't know if it's in um PVE. Maybe I'd have to check if there's an update. But he said that you can now get AK-50s from mechanic level 2 for I think 4 level 20 dog tags. So I don't know if that's in PVE or not, but maybe that's your way to be able to fuck around with the AK-50. I just thought to let you know. um,
AK-50 fucking sucks anyways. Can't even one tap the libo.
I was gonna say when I saw 4 level 20 dog tags, I was like, okay. Um, which I mean, it's probably good for the state of the game. If they had a fucking one tap thing in there, then it would be like fucking. It's like be like I'm playing Daisy. Like why do I have this armor if I'm gonna get one tapped anyway? Um,
I mean, most snipers do one tap though, and Tarkov if you have really good ammo.
true. Yeah, that is
So
true actually.
I don't know why a fucking 50 BMG can't.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, it'll be interesting to see how these two playlists do over the course of the year. Um, I'm sure they'll put out some numbers saying like this percent of players is doing this and this percent of players is jacking their shit in the fucking start screen. Um, I
You
don't
got Call
have
of Duty players over here fucking gooning in a dark corner with a fire shotgun, bro. Couldn't be
literally
me.
fucking Wings of Redemption with 2 claymores down, fucking jacking his little fucking wiener, pushing his wife over on the floor. Dave doesn't
Beating
like
your
Wings
shit
like I
in
don't like
on
Wings.
the fucking coffee
Um,
table. Wings is a fucking piece of shit. I'll never support him.
I liked Wings when he was on fucking PKA, man. Wings now, I mean, I watch his shit every now and then, but um, yeah, he's definitely fell off a little bit.
Yeah,
But
But by watching his shit every now and then, as you quote, you're still supporting him.
hey
I'm
man,
looking over at Discord. Your profile is Wings, bro.
hey bro, hey bro, it's a fucking lolcow kind of picture, bro. It's making fun of him, all right. Um, I don't have too many more like articles to go over, but I have a couple more things to hit. Let's see, what is this? Let me expand this image. Enhance. Vondi is
Zoom in on
Pog.
the left cheek.
Yes, the left cheek only. You fucking degenerate. Vondi is Pog on Twitter says, "Oh my God, fuck all the people who got Carry Forward canceled." And this was in response. He was retweeting a detonated.com tweet, just teasing that Black Ops 7 is going to be featuring the Predator skin for the upcoming haunting of fucking
The
Verdansk, whatever the fuck.
fucking Dr. D skin, bro.
Yes, the Dr. D skin. And I guess they were like, well, oh, we'll never get to use Predator with active camo, and I'm like, one, fuck active camo,
Why
fuck active
why
camo.
would why would you want that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even want active camo in the game, let alone fucking Predator. Like,
Active camo in fucking BO3 was already fucking rough. Why would we want it now?
yeah, my perspective on a lot of this is like, if you want to use the Predator skin, play fucking Fortnite, dude. This is never what Call of Duty was. It only
If you
became this
want
because
to
of Fortnite.
use the Predator skin, bro, play the designated per game, bro.
Yeah, if you want to play as Predator, play the Predator game. Fun fact. The Ghost of Hope, who I'm not sure if you know him. He's a like a COD. I wouldn't say leaker, but he drops a
Only
lot of
thing I
intel.
follow on Twitter is femboys, bro. I don't know who the Ghost of Hope is, bro. I be fucking going into femboys, bro. Who the fuck is this dude?
Well, you'll probably get familiar with him because I'll bring him up a lot because he's like a insider. I wouldn't say leaker, but just
Of
insider
course you will.
for COD and the other shooters. He replied to Vondius Bog and said, if they didn't ruin their game with the bullshit collabs, then stuff like Predator, which is actually cool, would have gotten carry forward. Um, yeah, I mean, if we weren't dealing with Ice Spice and Nicki Minaj and fucking Beavis and Butthead, I think
Hank
the
Hill.
the selective things that they would have put in the game would have gotten carry forward. Which like if they ever went back to
I
Vietnam,
feel like
like for
I
Black Ops Cold War, I think if we didn't live in the era of microtransactions and all these crazy bundles, one crazy collab being Predator in the Vietnam themed game, I think would have gone over pretty well if it was just that. But the fact that it's more is the problem.
I feel like the people that are complaining about carry forward goes back to the fucking topic of the whales that spend like
Yeah.
fucking $12 million, bro. They're just mad they gotta rebuy all that shit.
Yeah. Oh no,
Those
I
are
can't
the
spend
only
$25.
people complaining.
Yeah. It's definitely interesting. Also, I don't know if I got the numbers wrong earlier on the like fan bases who's buying what game. So I'll just say it again because I have it pulled up here. It's 56% of Battlefield buyers plan to buy Black Ops 7, and 24% of Black Ops 7 players plan on getting Battlefield. Just to reiterate that in case I got that wrong earlier. Um, you messaged me today, Dave, after we both woke up from our little siestas. You
That
messaged
was
me.
before I went to take my little fucking my little nappy nap.
You messaged me before your nap today. What was it that you were messaging me about, sir? What did
Chat,
you discover today?
chat, 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 chat. I don't know if you guys ever played the Pirates of the Caribbean MMO back in the day, but I found out there's a fan made recreation of it. Let me pull it up for y'all real quick.
It's called
It
The
is
Legend of Pirates Online.
Yes, it is called The Legends of Pirates Online, and it's a fan recreation of that. I don't know how excited like y'all would be, but I know Adrian over here, he grew up with that. He
Yes.
loved it. I never got to play it because I was a sheltered kid. I was playing the fucking PS2 up until like 2013, brother. I never got to experience it. And now that I know that like there's a fan recreation, I'm so excited to try it. I am so happy like there's communities out there like this that like really enjoyed like a game from like when was that like '05 to like
It
2011.
it came out in 2007. It was shut down in 2013.
Yes. So 2 years off for both of them. Don't judge me.
Close enough, to be honest.
But the people that loved it so much within that time frame have found it have the ability to recreate something that they thoroughly love
It's beautiful. Like
I'm
I don't
going,
think there's another way to put it. It's
yes,
beautiful.
yes. I really want them to like be able to find like more like dead online games, like do that because I would love to be able to support games like this.
Absolutely. I mean, to me, this is Pokemon adjacent. Like the ability to be able to recreate something that you fell in love with as a kid, and bring it back for other people. I think it's awesome. I remember, you know, my mom was watching Real Housewives of Orange County or some show, and I'm out in the living room. I'm like, hey, Ma, can I jump on the computer? And I get on the computer, and I'd pull up Pirates Online. And I remember playing it, running around Tortuga. If it was Tortuga, I can't even remember because I was just like, Pirates? Oh, my God. Because I was like, fucking... If this came out in 2007, it came out when I was 5, just to put that in perspective. Um,
I
yeah,
was already like 42 by the time this came out.
oh, yeah, you were fucking ancient by then. You were fucking divorced for the second time. But yeah, October 2007, I would have just turned 5. Um, And yeah, I mean
You
the
said
fact that
September?
October 2007, it was shut
I would have
down
been
September 19th, 2013.
I would have been 6 going to turn 7 the next month. And whenever I was a kid, like especially like 6, 7, I was like really like in
I'm sorry.
6, 7, 6, 7.
I
But
fucking hate that I forgot
whenever
that.
I- whenever like I was that age, I was really in love with like Pirates of the Caribbean, Harry Potter, all of that, bro. I'm a big like emulation guy. Like I will happily fucking tell people I like emulate shit.
Yeah, it may have fucked up your shit once or twice, but we got through it. You know.
Oh yeah. I may not have had a Trojan installed on my shit because I didn't know about at Vim's layer, bro. Shout out Vims, bro. Been in the fucking industry since like 97, bro. Shout out Big Bro. Shout out all that. The fact that I can go on to like that website or I can find like my old like DSI, grab the fucking SD card off that, like have like all like my Pokemon like save files and be able to like transfer them like onto my computer and play like old Pokemon games. I will 110% like support like game preservation like that.
Yeah.
And like the fact that like you can't really do like you can't really like emulate MMOs, but the fact that like people are out here like finding like the old code and like doing fan like recreations, doing like quality of life changes. As an emulator guy, bro, I love it. I wish I could be able to do shit like this.
Yeah. I mean, the backstory of what this means to us is something as listeners, you guys wouldn't necessarily um, get. I'd say probably since 21. I think that was probably around the time we first like talked about like us both liking Pirates of the Caribbean. And I think since then, like I probably mentioned that I played this and you're like, oh my god, like, I didn't even know that was the thing. And since then, we've been talking about it, and we've been like, oh man, like I wish like I could play it again for me. And you were like, I don't know, I wish I could experience this. You discovered this today, correct?
Yeah. Literally like 20 minutes before my nap.
What if I told you? I don't know if this will make you upset or not. What if I told you that Pirates? What if I told you that the Legend of Pirates Online um, has been live since 2023,
I'm killing myself.
and you could have played it 2 years ago?
That's what as soon as I got my PC too, bro.
Yeah,
I could have been playing that shit.
literally. But it's fucking yeah. This is awesome because you were talking about it at first. Like when I read it, I thought you were saying it was coming out, and I went to the website and I was like, you can download it on Mac and OS right now. But it looks like so September 22nd of this year they released the Kraken's Wake expansion. Um, and it looks
Is that
like
paid or free?
it should be free. I don't
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I don't see anywhere on the website where you can buy something unless it's all in game. Um uh yeah, because it looks like they got alpha updates, beta updates, events. Doesn't look like they have anything. They have a Halloween event coming up. It started September.
By the way, it's getting installed right now as we speak.
um, but yeah, from what I've seen, it's preserved all of the story aspects. It's added some things, some quality of life. Um, yeah, I mean, the fact this is a thing, is honestly awesome. Like, this is one of those things
So
that I never thought I'd be able to experience again, to be honest.
I'm on the website. I'm downloading it. Um, you and I have both stated the fact that like we're kind of upset about needing kind of like ESO, the fact that we have to pay like $20 or whatever it is, and then like on top of that like the 15 a month.
Yeah,
We're not really much of like a big fan of like buying an MMO and then like putting in $15. I kind of like my shit free with optional subscriptions.
yeah. Let me get
I'm
addicted
not.
to your game and then give you money because of how much I enjoy it.
Yes, kind of like Swoter or I've really been playing Albion Online recently. Albion Online, shout out them, bro. That shit's fire. I'm pretty sure that also has an optional subscription. Swoter, it's optional, but you kind of want to get this subscription just because like increased being able to do raids, all of that.
Hmm.
But with Pirates Online, completely free, no cost, no subscription, no pay to win. I am going to love this as somebody that likes to have optional subscriptions.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at the different realms, it looks like there's like different things you can log into. Like when I logged in earlier, there was like a zone where it said like the Navy is currently in combat. So it seems like all of these kind of act in um they act independent of each other, and it looks like there's different like groups in each area. So it will be something to get into. I think this, along with Battlefield 6, I know you're not gonna get it day one, but I'm going to. I think next week we're gonna absolutely revisit these two and kind of give like our status report, like our impressions of it. I think the gameplay for next week's pod you could probably expect to be a mix of Pirates Online and Battlefield 6. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm 100% down to install this with you tonight. And once I'm done, editing the pod and everything tomorrow, we could probably just grind this. We could just fucking get into it.
Hell yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, this is the last of like the newsy things that I wanted to hit on. Even though obviously this game came out, a couple years ago, but it's news to us. It's news to us.
We
Um,
are happy about it.
Yeah, I could go through their thread. They have a thread pinned on their Twitter. It's at Legend of Pirates. Just talking about the story of the community. I won't get into it just for time's sake. There's some cool like memes and different things they added in here, but I will link to the thread in the description. So if you want to go through it, if maybe you're listening to this and you're like, I didn't even know that they brought it back, absolutely read through this. It was fun reading through it earlier. But like I said, I will not get into it for time's sake. Um, do you think you want to get into some Reddit reading? We're sitting at like a an hour and a half. I don't know if you want to try to squeeze it in, or if you maybe think we're good where we're at. How are you feeling?
We could probably do like one story. Probably like one story and then call it.
One story and then
I
call
wouldn't
it.
be too mad about that. Yep.
Okay. Um, Would you want to do a story or a question? I do have one question to say, but I think we'll just do a story actually. Um,
Yeah.
I'll give you two options.
Okay.
Um, I read from our stories from 2 days ago. I caught my girlfriend on a date with another guy. Or from r slash am I overreacting? Am I overreacting for breaking up with my boyfriend after finding a hidden camera in my room?
Ooh, I kind of like the thought of like a sloppy breakup. I'm all down for that shit, right?
Yeah.
But the hidden cam sounds like some fucking goonish shit. Give me that. Give me that one.
All right. All right. Okay. Um. Yeah, because we got like more options for tomorrow's episode for or not tomorrow, next week's episode. For context, I'd like to do like three or so. Whenever we do it, it's not gonna be um every episode. Next week we might skip it. To be honest, it made us be more game focused. But when we have a guest, maybe potentially the week after that, we're definitely gonna get it. But here we go. Um, this one's a little bit of a shorter one, but we could probably go through the comments and we can discuss it amongst ourselves and give our verdict on it if they are overreacting or if they are not. The account name is Alluring Girl. Am I the not am I the asshole? Am I overreacting for breaking up with my boyfriend after finding a hidden camera in my room? I 19F have been dating my boyfriend 20M for about 8 months. He would come over to my dorm a lot, sometimes even stay the night when my roommate was gone. It was fucking. A few days ago, I
Oh
was cleaning my room and noticed something weird, like a tiny black dot inside of one of my fake plants on the shelf near my desk. I looked closer and realized it was a small camera. I was completely freaked out. I confronted him later that day, and after denying it a few times, he finally admitted he put it there, quote, just to see what I do when he's not around. His excuse was that I'd been acting different lately, and he thought I might be talking to someone else. I wasn't. I just got busy with school and work. I told him that what he did was insanely creepy and broke up with him immediately. He kept saying I was, quote, making a big deal out of nothing, and that if I wasn't hiding anything, it shouldn't bother me. Now some mutual friends are telling me I overreacted and that I should have just talked to him about it before ending it. But honestly, I can't stop thinking about how violating it felt knowing he was literally spying on me in my own space. So, am I overreacting?
fuck no.
Yeah,
Cause
no.
you know how weird it like you know how weird it would be like it like say like both of us was like females, right? Like we both like had our mans over. We was out here getting our shit cracked. We are out here not using protection, getting pregnancy risks, right?
Yeah, being dirty sluts.
Yeah, getting ran through type shit, right?
Which sidebar? If I was a
Our
girl,
man
I'm
come
getting
over.
fucked.
Oh, I'm getting ran through. But all I'm saying is if I was out here deep cleaning my room like I was today, and I found like a little fucking like 4K fucking camera just chilling in the corner while I'm out here fucking rubbing my shit while he not here, I'd feel violated. That would have to be a fucking breakup damn near immediately.
Even if the camera was pointed at an area of my room where it wouldn't have seen me doing anything crazy, like it wouldn't see me fucking like edging for fucking 6 hours, or it wouldn't see me like changing. It could be pointed at like the door of my room, and it would only see me come and go. I'd still feel like my privacy was violated. Like
Yeah,
even without it
yeah.
seeing anything crazy, just the fact that like bro, like we've been homies for a while. Like fucking, like I love you, dog. But if I find out you put a camera in my shit, bro, we might not be fucking talking again. like, like it's and the fact that
Mm.
they've only been dating for 8 months is like
Oh yeah,
I know some people.
incredibly weird.
Yeah, I know some people. I've seen a lot on TikTok. There's like these little drones that people will get for their significant other that they can like pilot around their house and like talk through a speaker. So they'll like watch movies together with like the little like drone like watching their like laptop or something. I've seen stuff like
Hmm.
that, but you are aware that they have access to it, and like they can announce that they're there, you know. But the fact of like you don't know
Yeah.
when someone's watching you,
Like the fact that like they can watch you at any time is just
yeah,
weird.
it's a little much. Also, when did this motherfucker have the time to hide a camera inside of a fake plant in her room? Because he didn't just like walk in with this fake plant up his ass and fucking pull it out of the prison pocket and fucking like throw away the Ziploc and just set it down. Like he would have had to like install this in a fucking plant.
Shorty was out here in the bathroom getting all cleaned up because she got busted inside, and he was like, "Now's my time. I got like 3 minutes. I gotta rush. I gotta make sure I set it up properly."
Which
8 months. You and me have been friends for what, 6, 7 years, something around there.
yeah,
I don't know if I could ever fucking talk to you or even fucking like,
I don't think I'd be able to look at you the same way again.
yes, like knowing, like, even if like I did that, I don't think I could. Like I just don't.
Yeah,
That's just weird.
because more so than even the camera being there, what baffles me the most is what was going through this dude's head when like he has the camera in his pocket and his girlfriend leaves the room and he's like, now's my time to take this camera that I bought to spy on my girlfriend and install it in her room so I can see what she's up to. Like that's fucked.
Yeah.
Which his excuse of she was acting different lately, brother, you're dating for 8 months. Maybe this acting different lately is the fucking honeymoon phase ending, bro. Once you get comfortable with people, things change a little bit. But like, yeah, so this dude blows my
I'm
mind.
not gonna lie. 8 months was around the time like me and fucking Abigail were together, bro.
Mm.
Fake name, by the way. You should know who I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Melons. But I think that's about like the time that like her and I were together, and we weren't even like anywhere close to fucking being that serious, bro.
Yeah, definitely not fucking.
And
Can I
that
put a camera in your room? Serious.
literally, bro.
Yeah. Alluring
That that
girl,
that fucking
whatever your name is, you are not
get a
overreacting.
restraining order,
Yeah,
shorty.
get a restraining order. You need to be far away from this motherfucker. This motherfucker is creepy. This dude's gonna like
Literally.
put like fucking poison like bit by bit in your cereal every morning so you get so sick that you can't leave him. Like this is the kind like this is fucking psychotic.
Have you ever seen the movie Misery?
No.
Next week, if you or anytime this week, if you can watch it, we'll pick up this conversation next week on Misery. I will explain to you like like that's gonna be like the type of shit he would fucking do, bro. You gotta watch Stephen King's Misery to like understand like what I'm finna talk about.
Okay. I'll add it to
But
my bookmarks.
if any of like the viewers out there or like the listeners, whatever, have seen Misery, I feel like y'all know what I'm talking about. That's some shit he's gonna fucking do, bro. She needs to get
Yeah.
out of that relationship. She needs to get a restraining order. She needs to call the cops if she hasn't already.
Yeah. I mean, I like at their age, I don't know if they go to the same school, but like if you go to the same school, I'd tell like the dean or someone like this guy if he's on
Literally.
campus, he needs to be kicked off campus. Oh yeah, she said he would come over to my dorm, so that she's stuck on campus with this fucking weirdo. Like honestly, what if that wasn't the only camera that's fucking in there? What if there's
Yeah,
more? And now that they've broken up, he's
there
still
could be
fucking
another
watching
one
her.
she doesn't know about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. She needs to report him to like the fucking dean's office. She needs to get him fucking like moved off campus. She needs to have like actual security go in there and like turn the place upside down. Like I wouldn't like bro, I'm a fucking idiot. I
And
can't even
even
remember
if
where I
like
set my own keys half the time. I would need someone else to go through and tell me that there's not more cameras in there because I wouldn't trust myself to not find more.
and and even if like he doesn't like live on campus with her, she at least needs to like get to know like a security officer, get like a picture of him up like in the fucking security office or something,
Yeah.
and be like, this dude's not allowed like within like 150 feet of me.
Hmm. Which traditionally aren't dorms like you and your like roommate both sleep in like the same space, or because dorms aren't like apartments,
Yeah,
there's not
yeah,
separate
yeah.
rooms. So this means that this motherfucker had a
Yes,
camera in there
like
looking at her roommate too. It wasn't
no,
just
no,
her
no.
she was spying on.
Yes, but it is kind of like an apartment.
Oh, okay. So you're not like
There is
sleeping
like
in like an
separate
open
rooms.
space together.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So there's usually, depending on what college she goes to, she probably goes to like, I don't know, like $150,000 a year school, so, something like something small, right? If
Hmm.
she's posting on Reddit,
Yes, I'm supposed to
so
Reddit. Yeah.
it's gonna be her and a roommate. If she goes to like a big like fucking Harvard style, she's gonna get her own spot. But
Okay.
like if she's gonna go to like
Community
a
college or
mid
something.
tier school, probably not community, probably like still like a private.
Oh, okay. Like state school or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
ISU or some shit.
yeah. There's gonna be her and a roommate in a big building, separate rooms, communal showers type shit.
Okay. But yeah, TLDR, she is not overreacting. We can go through some of the comments here. Girl, that's creepy stalker behavior. Good for you for seeing the danger signs and moving on. This person also said, also reconsider the friendship with anyone that wouldn't tell you that this is creepy or stalker behavior. There's no scenario where this is
Yeah.
okay. That's a good point. I didn't even remember that. Her friends were like, oh, you're just overreacting.
Oh, I didn't even fucking hear that. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That
now
friendship
some
needs to
mutual
be.
friends are telling me I overreacted and that I should have just talked to him before ending it. Those mutual friends aren't friends. Those are, yeah, no, those people
They
you
were
can't
in on it.
trust.
I guarantee it. They were in on it.
Oh, bro, UFC fight night. They're probably like, oh, we're all gonna get together and we're gonna watch this bitch on fucking Chromecast right now.
Oh yeah, bro.
Probably taking the over under on how many fucking cheeses she's gonna take out of the box or some shit.
This shit's on my Google Drive. I'll pull it up right now. Let's see how many fucking times she fucking cries during Grey's Anatomy or some shit.
Yeah. Not that we're
That's
judging her
weird
for
that
crying
like
to Grey's
even
Anatomy.
her
I've tried
friends
to
were.
Grey's Anatomy.
I've never watched Grey's Anatomy, so I don't know.
We should watch it
But
together
it's
sometime.
weird that, but like, all I know is like Grey's Anatomy, like everybody be fucking each other in that show. I don't know if I'm up for that. I'm trying to see like actual fucking,
Well, yeah,
like on
like
the hub type
I'm
shit.
not there to watch fucking. Well, yeah, I'm not there to watch fucking. I'm there for like the drama, you know.
I'm there to watch fucking, but the fact that like even like her homegirls were like, "That's not creepy. You should have talked to bro." She did the right thing, bro. As a
Yeah.
man, she did the fucking right thing, bro. Like that's creepy.
Mm. Yeah. Oh man, I would not feel comfortable in that room anymore, to be honest.
I would have to switch rooms entirely
Mm.
just in case.
Ugh. Yeah. I mean, we really only have time for the. I mean, unless you want to read more, but I think we could probably save them for our potential
Save me for
guest
next week.
episode. Yeah, save them for our potential guest episode. Like I said, next week might just be more of an update, more of us just talking about our opinions about some of the stuff we're gonna, touch base with from this episode. But what do you what are your plans for the upcoming week? Got anything planned? I know you're talking about streaming some stuff. I got some videos I'm gonna be making. I'm definitely probably gonna try to make a day one video on Battlefield. But what do you thinking for the next week for yourself?
I we're probably gonna have to do these on Wednesdays because I do have like school on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah.
Besides that, probably not much. I'm probably gonna try to get like into like more MMOs. Probably play more fucking Pirates Online in reality.
Hmm.
Not really much though. I can't really say that I really have a lot going on.
Okay. I know earlier today I did see Jay.
Oh,
Go ahead.
I take that back. Baby Neff is coming up
Ooh,
Friday.
hell yeah, yeah, baby Neff the goat. Um, but I did see Jeremiah on a game earlier. He was on Discord. I told him that I was looking to record some content warning soon, and he was on content warning. So I don't know if maybe you want to record that sometime this week. We can fuck around
Oh
on
yeah,
that.
we can
Get a little vidya out. But for
download
me,
Skate, bro. We can all play Skate together.
yeah, I mean, I'll with fucking Battlefield installed. I'll fucking try to. Hopefully, I can. Um, but yeah, I think I'm gonna try to start cranking out videos again. I'm kind of taking this.
Cranking.
Hell yeah, videos of me cranking on Patreon right now. Um, I'm trying
Visit my
to.
OnlyFans to see me cracking femboy cheeks.
uh,
$5 a month at Yo Mom Side Pipe. What's good?
hell yeah. Um, yeah, I'm kind of taking this end of year with all these games coming out. That I'd be playing normally. I'm kind of taking this as my like way of getting back into making videos because I need a fucking hobby. Because I had a hobby
On the
before.
topic of videos, bro. On the topic of videos, bro. When is RE0 coming out? I've been waiting
Okay,
months,
dude.
bro.
Okay, I still gotta beat the game, bro. I still gotta beat the game. I haven't sat back down and played it, which I think I might have uninstalled it, so hopefully my save's still there. But I didn't get
You a
super far into the
bitch.
game. Hey, bro. Hey, bro.
Upload that shit right now. Upload it. Raw.
It's not even edited, bro.
No edits. No edits. Raw. Just the 2-hour footage you got.
You really want footage of me dying without saving twice and fucking re-reacting to
Yes.
shit?
Yes. Yes. All of it.
But I don't remember what I was saying. But yeah, I'm trying
Something
to.
about trying to get back into content
Yeah, I'm
with
trying to get back
all this new
into
shit coming out.
content. I'm still kind of figuring out the content I'm gonna make. I had a lot of ideas, um, from
You got
last
too
year.
much dip on your chip.
Yeah,
That's what you got.
I mean, quite literally. I'm
Too ambitious.
because I'm trying to move away from what I was doing before. But I think I still like the style of video I was doing before, so I'm gonna sprinkle it in here or there, um, as I feel
You should
like
have me edit it down, bro. You know my edit style is unique. I feel like you would fuck with my shit, bro.
I mean, maybe we'll have to get you in there. Maybe we'll have to get you in the booth, but um, yeah. I mean, we'll definitely record some content.
Maybe
I'm
I should be
probably
whipping in the fucking kitchen with that shit.
I know I got to record some gameplay for this. I'm thinking of just throwing some Minecraft gameplay on this. Just hopping the
Hell
realm.
yeah.
I haven't played in a couple days, but um,
I haven't played in like 3 days because I've been playing Gunner Rim. I've
yeah.
been fucking on Bossy Argonian maids
I got
and
to
Dark Elves.
I got to get some Black Ops 6 gameplay, so I'll be on there. I may record a video, who knows, but yeah, I'm really not doing too much outside of getting this pod up and then getting probably one video out in between this and the next pod episode. It depends on really how many ideas I get in the meantime. Most of my, admittedly, um, because Battlefield's not it's never been my main shooter. I don't really have too many ideas for how content's gonna go. I'm gonna be playing a lot of it. I'm gonna probably try to get like at least 200 hours in it before COD comes out. So we'll see what I can get in that time. But most of my ideas are for COD. So when COD comes out, it's gonna pick up a lot more. Plus, I got some vacation from work for the COD release, so I'll
Do
have a lot
some
more
medic
time.
montages, bro.
Yeah, my best revives. Um, but yeah, it's not gonna be too much for me. I know I'm just kind of rambling here. We could probably wrap this up. Is there anything just closing you wanna add to the episode?
Not really. I think we pretty much went over everything that I really wanted to. I know I went off on a few tangents, but I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to say.
Yeah, I think this went good. I mean, we hit on everything in our in our doc here that I put together. So yeah, I don't think there's really too much for us to add. We'll keep our eyes peeled. If there's any new news topics that come up, we'll try to bring them up. But I think next week will be a little bit more shooting the shit. I don't want to just read articles, every week. So we'll probably just be vibing next week. It'll probably be a lot more informal. So thank you guys for watching, listening,
Not
whatever
like I was
platform you
already
choose to.
formal tonight.
Thank you guys for tuning in on whatever platform you are watching this. If it's 2027 and this was a success and we're on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, thank you for tuning in there. We appreciate it. Give us a 5-star review. If not, and this is the only episode that ever comes out, then well, at least you were here for the journey. So, thank you guys for listening, and we will hopefully see you guys next week.